Hello everyone, today we're going to start side control escapes. So let's start with some basics. So you're going to run into a lot of side control with, actually once you go down, I'm going to show some basics on side control. So you can see. So when I get side control, I don't want the person to re-guard with this leg, so I'm going to close that space. I'm always going to have my knee right against the body, because when I'm here now, she can't just insert her knee in, right? And then I'm also keeping this knee right up against her body. Ideally, I would like to be here inside that arm, but that's for another day. Either way. And then a lot of guys are going to do head and arm control. They'll have the head hand will be on top, they'll gable grip, and they're going to spread their knees apart so they can make their chest nice and heavy on you. And they're going to drive in because they want you turned away. They're going to drive that shoulder in, and they're going to make it miserable for you. But there's always, when there's an action, there's an opposite happening. So the more they're driving forward, the less weight is out here. Okay, so we're going to take advantage of that. All right, you're going to put me in. So first of all, if she's really down and driving this in, yeah, she's turning me away, just driving it, making it miserable for me here. What I want to do is, I don't want to just grab like this, I want to wrap around and get here, and I'm going to use that to kind of curl around her shoulder and pull back, just to alleviate some of the pressure here. Of course, I would be guarding from her jumping right into mount by keeping my knee against the side of her so I can tell when she's moving. Okay, so we're here. She's got really heavy pressure, right? She's driving it in. So I'm going to come up, curl around the shoulder, and then I'm going to pull it in. Okay, and I can move back and alleviate some of the pressure. The other way we can alleviate pressure too, so go ahead, is we're doing this. We can also move away. Okay, so we're going to move away from her body. She doesn't want that space, so she's going to have to move in, and that motion of her body moving away like that takes pressure off the shoulder. So when she does that, so we're here, I pull down with this pressure, you can go ahead and press. I pull down with this and I move away, and then as she catches up, I can make more space, and I'm using my lats to hold my arm down, and I've got the space. So it's not as uncomfortable. I can start working on what we're going to talk about next. So from this angle, the first part of our frame, we're going to talk about a receiving position. Okay? So here, sometimes you'll see new guys or MMA fighters, because they don't want the person posturing up and punching them, they'll hang on to the person like this. Okay, that's great to stop punches because they can't make space to get at you, but you're not going to get out of this because this is their goal. They want to stay heavy on you and tight, so you're just helping them. You're doing some of their work for them. What you want to do first to get a frame is you want to get this arm in between her leg and her body. It's kind of hard to dig it in. You can bridge. One way you can do it is turning away and dropping in. So when you turn away, you're lifting her just a little bit and make that space, okay? So you're here, you're going to turn away, drop that arm in, and then I don't want to drop it way in where she could go to like reverse scarf and just kill my arm. It's not, there's no power here to move her leg or anything to frame. And I also don't want it out here too far because she could sit back, grab my tricep, and start going to scarf. Okay, so come back. So we want to drop it in, and I like to grab her back so I know how far down I am. And I've got good frame on that leg now. Now we're going to get the second frame. Second part of receiving position, we want to end up here. So lift up, Jody. We want to end up capping her shoulder. That's what I like to call it. I put my fingers on her back, so I have like a fulcrum with that, and then I can use my forearm under her jawline to create space, okay? So to do that, to get there, I can't just reach across and try to do this, because she'll dip her head on the other side of my arm and start going for an arm triangle, right? So what we're going to do, we've got this frame set up on the leg, we're going to bridge. We're going to make space by bridging and doing a bicep crossface. And then as we drop, there's going to be that little bit of space in there we're gonna come in. Notice how my elbow stays on this side of her head, so no arm triangle danger. I bridge, and I drop in, and I'm gonna grind right across her face till my arm lands here and here. Then I can come back down. Now I've got a good frame. I'm a good receiving position for side control. Next, I'm gonna do that bridge again. So when I bridge, remember I turn this foot towards the way I wanna bridge. So I bring both feet in, I turn that foot, and now I'm gonna bridge here, and I'm using my hip power to make the space, but as I drop back, I'm gonna keep my arms out, and that makes space between us where I can put my knee in her hip, and now I can drive in, take the other foot, put a butterfly hook just below my leg inside her knee, come here, drive this leg across, and we're in butterfly guard. Okay? So let's see that from the other angle. Yep, right there's good. Okay, so I'm drive this elbow in between the leg and body. I'm going to bicep, so I'm going to turn my leg to bridge, bicep cross face, and then as I drop back down, I come in good receiving position. Now I'm going to do that bridge again. Turn this leg in. I'm going to make the space, and I'm going to keep the space with my frame, and that gives us just this space here in between. She'll be driving her knee in because she's trying to maintain this position. That gives us a good shelf to put this knee in on. Now, as I start pushing away, I'm going to take a butterfly hook it on her knee, below my other leg, pull my other leg across, and I'm in butterfly guard. Okay? The second escape for today, from side control. She's got head and arm again. Again, we're going to go to this arm driving down in between. So I'm going to drive it down, and I've got a good frame on that leg. I'm not going to worry about this one. I'm going to use the bicep cross face, but just to give everybody alternatives, because not everything works on every body type or for every person. You know, everybody's different. So that's why we give you a variety of techniques to hopefully find something that you like. But you got to use it 10, 20, 30 times to see if it fits your game or not. Anyway, so I've got the frame. I'm going to bicep cross face here. And the key on this is making her body almost parallel with mine. Now I'm going to drop in again. I'm going to drive this leg under her leg, reach across, grab a half guard, and now I can go either just to half guard, or I can keep this leg hooked and frame, get this leg out, frame this way, get that leg out, and go right to full guard. Okay? Let's show a little bit different angle. Okay? So we're here. I drive this arm in. Okay? Now, I'm going to bridge and drive my bicep and push her head onto that side of her body. So, yeah, let's face the camera. Okay? So, you're here. When I do this, got the frame. When I drive this in, you can see her body's on this side of my body now. And then I'm going to drop and get my leg in between her legs, hook with my outside leg, and now I can start coming in to frame, drive this knee across, come back, frame this way, and get to close guard. One more time. From the beginning. So we're here. We want to drive this arm in, so we're going to tilt and put all your weight on that elbow till you can drive it down. Catch yourself on her back. Now we're going to take this bicep, we're going to point this foot in, drive this bicep into her, and the space we make, we're going to drive in under this leg. Okay? Get in there, grab it with the outside leg, and now we come in, cross face, shift to the other side, and full guard. Okay? So that's the beginning of the side control escapes. Hope you guys enjoyed that. There'll be many more. We'll see you then. Thanks, Joey. Bye.